Yes, we all know where Tony Bennett left his heart in the song, but to hear him talk this week in his hometown of Astoria, Queens, it seems like he really left it here.
I've always known what I wanted to do. I always wanted to sing and paint, and that's the only thing that interested me. And then when you'd see this big city, you'd say, boy, someday, wouldn't it be great to become famous in that great city there? This little city makes New York City work. All the work is the doormen, the elevator operators, And I still consider this the finest place to live. I come back here and I like this better than any place I've ever lived. Right up here is the Astoria pool that May LaGuardia built. And all this, it was free, you could come and just jump in the water. They would have this beautiful woman that would swim to the music of
Moonlight Serenade?
Yeah, Moonlight Serenade. And they would swim, and everybody from Astoria would come in to see that. And there was a kid called Whitey Hart, who was the champ of the whole neighborhood, who used to dive off, fantastic swimmer. He used to dive off the 33-foot board, and we'd all cheer him on. He was our hero.
He lives in Manhattan now, but he visits here regularly, and he gave me a bit of a tour on Wednesday of the places he roamed when he was young Anthony Benedetto, the son of an Italian immigrant grocer.
This is the first job I ever had, Riccardo's, right here, as a singing waiter. Whatever song they wanted, and I'd have two Irish waiters in the kitchen. If I didn't know the words, I used to say, they won't all get by, and they would give me the words, and I would come out and sing it and get a tip from the... I used to love it, I remember saying that if I never become famous, I'm going to do this the rest of my life. I didn't like working any job except singing. The big event when I was a child was Al Jolson played in the theater there. Wow. And everybody in the city went to see him.
Tony was in Astoria to tour this sleek new building that in September will become the new home of the Frank Sinatra School of the Arts, which he and his wife Susan helped found and has been operating in nearby Long Island City since it opened in 2001. He was sort of kicking the tires on the new building, and he took plenty of pictures himself. Tony greeted construction workers and cleaners and painters putting on finishing touches. He even signed a hard hat. In one classroom, Tony looked out over Astoria toward the meager two-story house on 32nd Street where he grew up during the Great Depression. He was particularly excited about the new concert hall.
I'm just thrilled with the way it was built. It has flawless acoustics. You could hear that in the back. This is going to be the best acoustics that you could ever have. I have the best sound man in the world that travels with me, He worked with Sinatra for at least 20 years.
Afterwards, he headed to 28th Avenue for lunch at Piccolo Venezia, a mainstay here for 36 years.
Actually, you get better restaurants here than in New York. Yeah. Because in New York, they don't care if you ever come back or not.
He was greeted by the owner, Ezio Vlasic, and took his usual corner table.
Truth and beauty and how to have a better world, and that's how artists generally think. And the more artists that we have in the United States, the more wholesome will we be respected throughout the rest of the world.
One local, Luke Gaspari, showed Tony a class photo that Tony was in at the far left. Luke recalled working with Tony in a local nightclub as teenagers.
I tap danced and you sang.
That's right. As I drive by right now, I really like it that there are no skyscrapers, they're all sensible, functional apartments and homes. I really like it here.